What up, people? Welcome back to the Dugout Podcast. You're here with your boy Ryan Leaf, and welcome back. It's the final couple of episodes of my podcast. So I know that I hope you guys are all good. Hope you guys are all having the best week. And hey, it's the last few fixtures of the Premier League. A lot of people are pretty sad to see the football go. A lot of you are pretty sad to see it leave. And hope you guys are enjoying my new microphone. I actually got this. I got it on Thursday. It's pretty cool. Does the job. Not too bad, actually. I think, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Anyway, welcome back to the Dugout Podcast. Before I even go anywhere, like, subscribe, and comment, please. Thank you so much. And please share the podcast with anyone that you know that is a football fan. Here are my socials, by the way. So that's my socials. If you guys want to follow me on Instagram, I've got two profiles there. One being at the Dugout Podcast and one being my personal profile at Ryan_Leaf. And I also have Twitter. You can follow me on Twitter at $_Rye. So welcome back to the Dugout Podcast and thank you for tuning in. So I think we've reached the business end of the season. Squeaky bum time, as I call it, or many other people call it as well. And it's a time where a lot of things are at stake. Plenty of teams are playing for so much. Plenty of teams have so much to actually play for. And it's pretty scary because teams are playing for Champions League qualification. There's the relegation battle that's actually happening right now in the Premier League. And you know what, guys? It's actually going to be a very fun time. The only thing I hate about the last day of the season is that all the games are at the same time, which I don't like. I don't like it. Now I'm basically sitting there, I'm like, watching each game. They're probably gonna have that thing. What is it called again? Goal Rush, where they're showing you all the goals of the day. It's pretty exciting because obviously you see, a goal from this team, you're like, oh wow, that team's going down, that team's going to qualify for the Champions League. But anyway, let me get on to more serious things. So, bottom of the table, let's look at that. Let's look at the bottom of the table and just see what's happening there. Guys, it's actually scary. So, looking at it numerically, Aston Villa in 17th, Watford in 18th, and Bournemouth in 19th. 3 points separating Bournemouth to Aston Villa and Watford. Aston Villa and Watford are on 34 points each, and Bournemouth are sitting on 31. Now, Bournemouth are the most likely to go down, if I'm being honest. I mean, too much has to happen. Genuinely, too much has to happen. We're expecting Aston Villa to concede 2 goals. Watford have to concede 1 or 2, and Bournemouth are basically going to have to win and keep a clean sheet. That's a lot to do. That is a lot to do, if we're being honest. I don't expect Bournemouth to go out there and blow people away. Who are they playing, actually? They're playing Everton away. Tough place to go, Goodison Park. I'm sure Carlo Ancelotti will want his players to play at the optimum levels to end. Hey everybody, quick public service announcement. I hope you guys like podcasts because I have one for you today. If you like podcasts that talk about tackling every single day issues amongst modern day people, then I've got just the podcast for you. It's called the Cancel Me Podcast. It's hosted by 3 people. It's hosted by my boy Henzo. You know Henzo. Along with MK and Lungelo. It's a very interesting podcast. I listen to it every single week. I love it to bits. It's crazy, it's hilarious, it's very funny, it's quirky. But if you guys like podcasts like that, please tune in to the Cancel Me Podcast. It's hosted on Apple Podcast, Spotify, or wherever you listen to podcasts. So anyway, sorry to interrupt you guys. Back to my podcast. Cheers. Levels to end the season off well. You know what? I wouldn't be surprised if Bournemouth win there. I actually think we're going to have some drama last day of the season. I think Bournemouth win that game. I think Bournemouth they're playing for so much. Everton's season is basically over. Bournemouth are playing for so much. I think Bournemouth actually go and win that game. And they cause a bit of a twist in the relegation battle. I think Bournemouth win that. I think they win that game 1-0. I don't think they'll concede. And I know they've been very poor defensively. But I don't think Bournemouth actually are going to lose the game against Everton. Looking at the other games, Arsenal are playing Watford. Now, despite Arsenal's loss to Aston Villa, I think Arsenal came into a bit of form by knocking over two of the best teams in the country. The reality is, Watford basically folded against Arsenal. Against City when they played them when they lost 5-0. I think it was 5. Was it 5? 5 or 4? Yeah, it was 5-0. They just folded over. So that's going to be a tough game as well. And Aston Villa are playing West Ham. They're playing West Ham away. Tough game. David Moyes' side have also shown some inconsistency, and I also don't know how I feel about West Ham. They're a very odd side. You don't know what you're going to get out of them at times. Also a very tough game. So there's no standout game between those three where you think like, oh, they're going to get 3 points here, or they're going to win this game. They all just seem very complicated. Arsenal have shown some inconsistency. Watford could win there, but Watford have been disgustingly poor where they're conceding goals left, right, and centre. So what actually happens? I'm not too sure. Aston Villa came off a very big win against Arsenal. They could very well topple West Ham away from home, but their away form has been pretty poor as well. But we all know that Aston Villa are going to be fighting for their lives because they can't afford to lose or draw. They have to win. Basically, every team has to win. And what do you guys think? Hit me up on Twitter at Olarai and please tell me. Hit me up on IG at the Dugout Podcast and tell me what you guys think. Funny enough, let me give you my score predictions, okay? And let's see if I'm right. So let's go through it one by one. West Ham, Aston Villa. I think Aston Villa win that game 2-0. 2-0 Aston Villa. Arsenal, Watford. I think Arsenal win that game. Arsenal win 2-0. I think Arsenal won't concede. I think Watford have shown that they have a very soft underbelly. And they're not scoring many goals either. So I think Arsenal win that game. I think they win 2-0. I think Arsenal are not going to concede against Watford. Watford have showed many a time that they are toothless. They don't score many goals. Although they might throw everything at it, I still don't think it's going to be enough to topple Arsenal. I think Mikel Arteta will be demanding a response from the Aston Villa game, number one. And number two, the players that he plays in the Watford game, he's going to tell their starting 11 and basically the entire squad, because they have 5 subs. Mikel Arteta will tell their team that you are playing to have a starting place in the FA Cup final. So you go out there, you perform to the best of your ability, you enjoy yourself, and you win. So I think Arsenal are going to be a lot more motivated than Watford. Obviously Watford are going down, we understand this, but I think Watford, they just look like they've got no motivation. They fired Nigel Pearson, which was crazy for me. So who's going to motivate that team? So I think Arsenal 2-0. Everton, Bournemouth. This is a funny one. This is a very funny one because we don't know what Everton side are going to pitch up to Goodison Park. I just think it's going to be a sneaky... I think it's going to be a Bournemouth 1-0. I think they're going to win that game. I think so. I know Everton have the quality to see it through, but I just think Bournemouth, they're hanging on by a thread. They are hanging on by a thread, and they know that if they win, they at least give themselves a chance to stay up. I think they win that game. But if I'm being honest with you, so let's see. I think the bottom 3 stays the same. If I'm being honest, I think the winners, Bournemouth and Aston Villa, but it won't be enough. I think the final 3 that are going to be relegated tomorrow, are going to be Bournemouth in 18th, Watford in 19th, and Norwich City in 20th. And you know what, guys? It's about time that they went down, if I'm being honest. It's about time. Okay, so looking further up the table, I think the top 4 race is not sealed. There's still so much to play for there. I think Manchester United, Chelsea, and Leicester, it's all uncertain places over there. If I'm being honest, guys, I don't know what to even think because the reality of it is I think the Champions League places they're not sealed. There's Chelsea and Manchester United are tied on points. Leicester's 1 point behind them. So it's going to be a tough call. And here's the best part is that Chelsea, Manchester United, and Leicester all have tough games because Leicester are playing United at the King Power, and Chelsea are playing Wolves at Stamford Bridge. Now, those two games they're massive. They're massive for all three clubs involved. I think Brendan Rodgers will feel very aggrieved if he has to miss out on a Champions League place, if I'm being honest. You know what, looking at it like this, let me just check this. Yeah, Chelsea are playing Wolves at Stamford Bridge. Wolves have been dangerous, but I think Wolves haven't got much to play for besides a Europa League place. I think Chelsea needs it more. And Frank Lampard couldn't stress the importance anymore to his players by saying, we need to go out there, we need to win. We need to win. That same performance you put up against Liverpool, except defensively, do much better. But goals, they need to win. So I think it's going to be a very tough game for Chelsea. I think Wolves are a tough proposition to play against. They've always been hard to break down defensively, but going forward, they're just crazy. They've been crazy. Diogo Jota has been world class. Raul Jimenez has been good too, and so has Adama Traore, who's been unpredictable to say the least. I think Chelsea win. I think Frank Lampard's going to stress the importance of this game and what it will mean to the future of their football club. So I'm going for, but I think Chelsea will concede. I think I'm looking at a high-scoring game. I'm going for 3-2. I'm going for 3-2 Chelsea. Okay, Leicester, Manchester United. Now, this is the toughest game that I have to call on. It's the toughest game that I have to call because I don't know where I swing or who I favour. I think Leicester haven't been playing too well in this moment in time. They just haven't been. I just don't think Leicester are going to win. I think it'll take a mistake. It'll take a mistake from someone in Manchester colours to gift Leicester City a win tomorrow. And I think Rodgers is going to have a plan. He's going to have a plan. I think what we've seen from Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's side so far is that he's been getting it right in terms of the balance in his squad. I mean, playing Bruno Fernandes and Paul Pogba at the same time. Getting the best out of Nemanja Matic. Getting the best out of Anthony Martial. I know Marcus Rashford's been pretty poor recently, but despite their 1-1 draw at West Ham, I just think that there's too much importance in this game for Man U to lose. And if we're being real, I just think that Man U just slightly edges. I don't know what it is. I just think Man U are going to win it tomorrow, surprisingly enough. I think they're genuinely going to win against Leicester. If they win, then by all means they'll finish in the Champions League place. I think they'll stay in third place. I think Chelsea will finish in fourth, and Leicester will finish just outside the Champions League places in fifth. If I'm being honest, guys, Leicester have given this away. They've given this away, and they've basically given the opportunity to Manchester United to come up there and catch them. They've given the opportunity away. They were so far ahead before lockdown. They were so far ahead of all the other teams. In my own opinion, I thought Leicester were going to finish second because their form was crazy. I don't know what it is, but maybe it's actually a Brendan Rodgers trait where his teams come out the blocks in the beginning of the season and in the second half they actually fall away. Because you look at that Liverpool team, and I'm seeing similarities between how Liverpool knocked every single team that were coming before them in the first half of the season. The second half now, look at what's happened. They've had more draws and losses than actual wins. So I don't know if Leicester are going to be able to defeat Manchester United tomorrow. I think Manchester United are going to win this game. It's not going to be a very convincing game, but I think that Manchester United win this game. I think they win this game 3-1. I think they win 3-1 against Leicester at the King Power. Yeah, that's basically what I think. I don't think that Leicester are going to beat Manchester United. But so my top four is basically Liverpool, obviously, as champions, Manchester City, Manchester United, and Chelsea. Chelsea just finished in fourth spot. So that's my predictions, guys. What do you guys think? Hit me up in the comments. Please click subscribe and let me know what you guys think. Hope you've enjoyed the podcast. Thank you for all the 5-star ratings on Apple Podcasts. And if you follow me, please click subscribe on Spotify. So thank you so much for tuning in. This is your boy Ryan Leaf, and I'll chat to you guys soon. Yeah, have the best weekend and enjoy the last day of all the football. Cheers, guys.